Hello, and welcome back to Samvis and Jameshead, the podcast where two men look at things and laugh at them, as is tradition. We are the Wilde Rhodes Boys. I am Sam Rhodes. This is James Wilde. I've decided whether you like it or not, that's our nickname.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with the Wilde
Wilde
Rhodes Boys. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, sound like a wrestling duo.
Yeah. We should change our band from that to really insult the other two people in the band.
Yeah, that's right. We're now the Wilde Rhodes Boys.
Like Van Halen.
We are like Van Halen, except we've both got a different name.
Yeah, we're not brothers. Yeah.
No, we're not brothers. We just look like brothers.
Yeah.
And speaking of brotherly love and communication, today we are going to talk about, in my opinion, the last great children's action-adventure movie. We are going today to talk about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
This summer, our world will come under attack
The mayor has declared a state of emergency.
by the most evil force ever known. He has armies at his command, and only one power on Earth can stop him. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. The power is on.
Yes. It took me a little bit of convincing to watch the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Actually, it was really good.
Yeah, I think you and we're both on the cusp of being a little bit too old for Power Rangers, aren't we?
Well, actually, yeah, that it does bring back a memory of being in maybe year 2, because I went to school probably not that far away from you. I went to school in because I used to live here, to dox us a little bit. Yeah, and I have a distinct memory of like being in year 2 and Power Rangers being around and like thinking this is cool, but like I'm too old for this.
In year 2, you were too old.
Yeah, I just felt like I'm kind of on the edge of this is a bit embarrassing to like. It's the same way I have memories of Pokemon Red or Blue. I had that in year 7 playing it at school, and I had the same feeling of like, this is fun, but
yeah,
I kind of know I'm too old for this.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I bring women home and I have a full display of wrestlers on the wall, and it doesn't bother me at all, even if the women never come back again.
Just tiny plastic men.
Yeah. Now, for some reason, I don't have any embarrassment about
of course not.
seeing, letting other people know that I have a full
That you enjoy something.
display of toys on the wall. Yeah.
And also, you're like, have you seen this? My signed picture of Bret the Hitman Hart?
You'll be pleased. I mean, it was a beautiful present. I'm very appreciative of it. But you'll be pleased to know that I went out, I framed it. It's up on the wall.
I'm happy.
It's up right by my computer, so I look at it every day while I'm working.
And you do this.
I love you, Brett.
Love you, Brett. Love you, the Hitman.
I love you, Hitman.
Brett! Did you ever wish that you'd get the rolled up glasses?
Oh man, yeah. Though, yeah. I mean, this is just going to be. We're not going to. It's going to be.
We're going to get to Power Rangers.
Childhood nostalgia, but I remember having like back in the old days it was really exciting to have. I had like some kind of WWF catalog with all the stock in it, and I remember seeing Brett's plastic. They were shit, probably, weren't they? His plastic pink sunglasses, and I just thought, man, I want those so badly. That would be so cool if I had those.
There was a kid at my school, and he said he had been to the wrestling, and he had been given a pair of the roll-up ones by Bret Hart.
He got them from Bret, man.
But he was a famous bullshitter, so whether or not he actually went,
was he the? I mean, that's always one story I remember you telling me about. Was he the same guy that like
with the lizard?
Yeah,
yes.
For some reason that sticks in my mind. He was like such a consistent liar.
Oh, he lied all the time. So yeah, I'll just tell this because we're talking about childhood. I was at school and my friend was really sad. I said, "What's wrong with you, mate?" He said, "I'm having a terrible day. My fucking lizard's escaped." I said, "Oh no, terrible." He said, "I think it's in Beditton Park. He's got out." And I said, that's terrible news. What should we do? He said, well, if you want, we can go out looking for the lizard. You know, we can go and see if we can find it. I don't think we will. No. I mean, the park's big.
Yeah.
It's probably up a tree.
He's probably dead by now.
Dead by now. I mean, he's living in Beditton Park. It's not.
It's not the traditional habitat.
It's supposed to be in his terrarium.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
So he said, let's go look for the lizard. We were out for hours and hours and hours looking for this lizard. And he kept going like, I think
I saw it.
I think I saw him.
No.
No, it's not him. No. And just with a completely straight face. No, it wasn't like a joke or anything. And then like a week later, he was like, we're looking for my lizard. I was like, yeah. He was like, I just made that up.
Just bizarre, isn't it?
It was bizarre.
The world of the compulsive liar.
He was a compulsive liar. And also he said he had an older brother, which he used to talk about at great length.
Oh, really?
And then one day he was just like, I haven't even got a brother.
Oh, he didn't tell me that.
And it wasn't even like a joke.
What's the payoff?
No payoff.
Just his own personal... Do you think he found it funny or just...
I genuinely don't get the impression he found it funny. I don't remember him like smirking about it or anything. He was just one day like, I've been talking about my brother.
It's just a compulsive liar.
Yeah, just like, I ain't got one. And he just didn't have one.
I mean, what better times for him to exist? He's probably the president of a country now.
Oh, yeah, they love him now. Yeah, he can do what he does whatever he wants. But me and Power Rangers, getting back to the topic,
yeah.
I'm the eldest brother of 3. I'm the biggest boy.
Yeah.
And by the time Power Rangers was really hitting, I went straight from children's programming to horror movies.
Right. Maybe you had that extra thing of being the older brother.
I'm the older brother, and my littlest brother was like, do you think Power Rangers is good? And I was like, you can forget it, mate. This is for kids.
Poor.
This show is for children.
That's so sad.
Well, that's what you got to do when you're an old brother. You got to poo-poo everything.
Yeah.
I was watching Evil Dead 2. My brother, he was like, can I watch Evil Dead 2? And I said, you're not going to like this, mate. It's going to terrify the shit out of you. You can't watch this. You're going to have nightmares. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
I said to him, it's the scariest movie in the world. And he said, I want to watch it. And I said, no, you don't want to watch it. Anyway, after much convincing, I did sit him down on the old VHS. We put it in. We got to the bit where the first woman gets possessed and she's in the cellar. And he just went, I don't think I want to watch this anymore.
That's fair. How old was he?
Ran away. He was very young.
Really young.
He would have been like 6 or 7, I'd imagine. But he wanted to be a bigger boy. Do you know?
Yeah. Of course, as the younger brother, you're like, you want to, don't you?
You want to be the bigger boy. And the thing about this particular show is I have largely ignored this. This is something that I've never got into, much as I'm very into most things. I was never super into this. And that was the reason, which is why I thought we should watch it, because it was obviously such a big deal to so many people. It made £1 bajillion. So we thought, we'll sit down and watch it.
Yeah, I did. I had some of the... I do remember having some of the toys. I think I had the Falcon thing from this. So actually, I must have not had the original set, because this in this film they do what they did in the 1986 Transformers movie, in that they bin off all the old stuff so that they can sell you a new line of toys.
Yeah, we've got a whole new load of toys.
As a child, you don't understand, but like, I mean, the original Transformers movie is a foundational moment of me realizing what death is, in that they violently killed every main character, which every episode beforehand they would shoot each other and it would just go boing,
and they'd be fine,
pin off. And then in one of the opening scenes, Megatron like he forceably enters like the Autobot ship and just shoots them through like the chest and the mouth.
He does like a summary execution of Optimus Prime, doesn't he?
And like
stands on his chest and shoots him in the face.
Yeah, he kills like Ironhide and everyone. I was just like, holy shit. I remember being a little kid being like, wow, they're dead. Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, I said to my mum, Optimus Prime's going to be all right, isn't he? And she said, of course he is.
Yeah.
It's a kid's film, he's going to be fine. And then at the end, he's still dead. And I was like, where is he? Is he dead? My mum was like, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, even she must have found that a bit confusing. Because traditionally, I don't think... Was that like one of the first things where they're just, let's kill everyone?
Yeah, it's just like The Walking Dead.
Yeah. We'll just sell you a new set of things.
But Transformers is great, but I think Power Rangers has a super interesting history.
Yeah, go on.
And this was the thing I thought, when I decided that it's time to watch this, I read into it a little bit. So basically this guy Sabian, he bought the rights to all these Japanese kids shows. And he was convinced, he was like, these are going to be massive. Kids in America are going to love this. I think he had years worth of backup to this. Obviously, it's huge in Japan. And, things like Godzilla, everybody likes Godzilla. It's basically got all the things that kids like. It's got fighting, it's got robots, it's got ninjas. And for about 10 years, he was shopping this thing round and everyone went, nah.
So his idea was he was taking all of the original fighting footage from the Japanese one, and then they just film the new footage with the American actors, which is how it appears in the TV show, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So in the TV show, all the Americans are all they are only them when they're not in the costume.
Yeah.
And that's why the episodes are so formulaic. That's why they're all the same, because they had to do, just film around what they had and build the story of them. It's also why the White Ranger in the TV show is never with them. And I learnt this only the other day. It's because he's from a different television show.
Oh.
He's not with them. The movie's the first time he's with them, because that was 2 TV shows.
Right, and they just took different stuff.
And they said, well, we'll have that bit when we built all the story out of that.
Yeah.
So
it's amazing how, when I watched them, it was fine. I didn't really, as a kid, you didn't latch onto it. We also read that it was Stan Lee that had the very, very earliest idea that this could be done. I mean, totally unverified, because I just read that as a fact off of Reddit or something when we were trying to look up facts. But who cares? I'm going to chew. I want to believe. We're going
to say Stan Lee's done it because he was good. But this movie is the first time they actually filmed all of the stuff in America and built an entire story just based around the idea of it all being shot in one place.
Yes. Well, your brother met the Red Power Ranger in Portsmouth recently, which is, I mean, we've no judgment. We've all got to earn a living. But he said that was his favourite Power Ranger suit was from the movie. He said he thought that one was really cool.
Nice. Oh, well, that's good to know as well. And it was also the last time he did anything of note.
Yeah, I mean, of all of them, yeah.
Because no one did it. Right, so we're going to take a tiny break already, and then we're going to talk ourselves through this movie.
Yeah.
So join us in just a minute. Go to lafs.org.uk if you like this sort of thing. You want to donate to 2 giggling idiots. Donate some money. Come see us. We'll be back after this break. Thanks, bye. And we're back. It's nice to be back. It's nice to be talking about Power Rangers.
Oh, God, it's nice to not be talking about Starfleet Academy, which, just as an update, we've continued to watch and is the most terrible, egregious show I've watched in my life, and we hate it, and we're watching all of it.
Yes, it gets worse. That's the thing.
Maybe we have to come back and talk
I think we'll have to do the other half.
Once we've done the end of the season.
Got to do Starfleet Academy Part 2. Come back and just do a bit of a recap, see if there was anything we liked.
Anyway, Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. My favourite thing, one of my other facts I learned, is that it's called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was really big.
Yeah.
And they were like,
a lot of sense.
We need the same syllables because it's the syllables.
Wow. I'll give you one really pathetic thing. I used to really like the Turtles. I don't think I'd really ever had pizza, but pizza was like a big deal for the Turtles.
Yeah.
But I remember my mum, I would have like corned beef and I'd cut it into triangles so that I could pretend I was eating a slice of pizza. So I'd never had a pizza before when I was like a really little kid. So I was like, Turtles is so cool. They're eating these like triangle things. I don't really know what pizza is, but I had it as like a corned beef triangle.
That's you and Jean-Luc Picard. He didn't know what pizza was when he was a kid either.
Did he not?
No. There's a big thing.
Not like Jean-Luc Picard in many ways.
Jean-Luc Picard, because there's an interview with him where he's saying, I thought the lyrics were when a moon hits your eyes like a big piece of pie.
Yeah, I could see how you could misunderstand
because he didn't know what a pizza was because he come from Yorkshire in like
true. Yeah. Well, I mean, you wouldn't know what pizza was then.
Friends with my grandma. He was
he?
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart.
Well, he was friends with Gordon's alive. What's his name? Big old
Brian
loud
Blessed.
Brian Blessed. And Brian Blessed was best friends with my nan.
Oh,
But Brian Blessed was at my grandparents' wedding.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
I keep saying to my granddad, like, have you still got Brian Blessed's number? He's like, no. Never
sad.
liked him.
Never. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Can't have famous TV celebrities turn up at your
Not
wedding.
being you. No.
So good. The first thing we get in the movie, once the movie kicks off, is this amazing theme tune.
Well, yeah. That was the other a fact along a similar line to what you said with the name of the show matching the Turtles. I think the notes that we read on making the theme tune was that they'd really liked in the Inspector Gadget theme tune, which whoever was producing it had also been involved with. They really thought that Go Gadget Arms or something. They were like, this is the key to Inspector Gadget.
It's
this
the word go.
This is why. Some producers like, it's go. Go's the reason why people like Inspector Gadget.
Make sure that you say go in the theme
So
tune.
apparently that's why it's Go Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Because they thought that was the thing that people liked about Inspector
Yeah,
Gadget.
it's not the really good theme tune or the great animation or the great voices.
Yeah, because it's not
It's the fact you should
Go's
go.
not in... Inspector... It's not in...
It is. They go, gadget,
go. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, yeah. They obviously... But that's not the... Maybe it's not the first best bit of that song, I don't think.
Well, I would say the music in that song is great, but I think that the real winner of Inspector Gadget is the big baddie. Of course, it's the Claw.
The Claw.
With his great voice.
Next time, Gadget. I promise I'll get you next time.
What did you like about the Claw?
He's just got a great voice. It's one of the classic voices. Yeah, that's it.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Spot on. You see, that's great.
Secret Claw. I'm like, who was the? I was waiting. who was the
Been
villain?
waiting 20 years. Yeah. You've had that in the fucking.
The impression no one asks for.
Yeah. I've had that loaded down the barrel for years. Every day you go, I hope Sam's going to bring up the Claw from Inspector Gadget. I've got the impression. I'm hot to trot.
Great.
But yeah, the theme tune's pretty fucking magnificent, to be entirely honest.
It is great. And then what else did he write the theme tune to?
He also did the X-Men theme tune.
I mean, that's... To have done the cartoon X-Men theme tune, that's enough. You could have done that one and that's your career.
One and done.
But
X-Men.
And Power Rangers, that's pretty good.
Pretty damn good. But yeah, this movie is like the height of like 90s. It's extreme.
Oh yeah, well that's
the behaviour.
The good thing about this film. Actually, I quite enjoyed the film.
I did enjoy the film,
but
as well.
amongst the good things is the pacing, because straight in skydiving, straight into rollerblading.
Mm-hmm. They only take a break to say one line, don't they, in between the two, which is, we're raising money for the observatory so we can look at the comet when it's coming.
The comet will be important later on.
So I
didn't remember the. Somehow I'm impressed how sometimes you remember the details of the stuff we're watching, because we'll come to the end. But I was like, what was that? What the hell just happened there? But you remembered at the beginning. I mean, to be fair, they set it up and they paid it off.
Yes,
with the.
It's literally the first line in the movie. Like, thanks for doing that skydive. Now we've got enough money to have the observatory open to see the comet.
You have to respect that.
And they're like, yeah, and they listen to a bit of Red Hot Chili Peppers as they're doing the skydiving as well, don't they?
Yes. Yeah, it's got which one is it?
Higher Ground. Yeah. A banging thing. Good to get some coke money for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, they've got a lot of coke to be doing.
Yeah, they do.
Got a lot of heroin to buy.
I mean, they're dreadful. We listened on a car journey. We listened to their, what was it, like a B-side of one of the new albums?
Yeah, it's called like Sexy Bug Fuck. My cigarette. I would actually say this has got a pretty banging soundtrack.
Yeah. Still through the 90s, you had that a little bit, but I suppose people we probably just don't want to pay for the licensing for the music anymore. It's too expensive.
Well, it's swung round, though, as a little bit later in the 90s, you get new metal being the soundtrack if you're going to have bands, don't you?
Yeah, you'd have like a crappy horror film with...
Yeah, so you get your like Freddy versus Jason.
Also like Queen of the Damned.
Yeah. So like Seether featuring the singer of Korn.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can
together at last.
But yeah, so they skydive, they rollerblade, right?
Yes.
And then they find a big purple egg.
Well, they do, but I was also going to say, I mean, this is you had a good point that we'll come to maybe at the end about how you would solve one of the problems of this film is that nothing that happens particularly matters, and no one has a particular character arc, and you came up with a good simple way to solve it. But my other problem was like, to use a wrestling term, in kayfabe, who are the Power Rangers?
Yeah,
like not the actual Power Rangers. So they're a known entity in that universe. People are like, oh my god, it's a Power Ranger! Like, oh my god, it's Superman. But them as the people doing the skydive, who are they? And like, why do people care?
They're just cool high school guys. They're like the cool gang, aren't they, at high school?
Just left high school. Or they're meant to be in high school.
In the original series, I'm led to believe they are in high school.
I don't know if in the film... I didn't get the impression
we didn't see them at school.
No, they're not really at school in the film anymore.
Maybe they've grown up a little bit.
Because there's kind of a kid in it. He's in it right from the start, actually. Fred. Wow, look at these details.
Because I remember that he's called Fred because I think he's named after the child actor Fred Savage.
Fred Savage.
I think he's named after Fred Savage. He's called Fred. He's a little kid. He looks like Fred Savage.
This is what the kids come to for our podcast for references to Queen of the Damned and Fred Savage.
I'm really hoping we get the 40 to 41-year-old demographic with this.
It's just me and you watching it.
Tiny pin right there.
Nice, Fred Savage.
Fred Savage reference. I like Princess Bride.
That's good.
But yeah, so Fred Savage is a little kid, and he loves these guys. He doesn't know they're the Power Rangers, but he's like, "You're great."
But it's not. They don't really tie it together in any logical way. And this is one thing of like two tropes that I think I'm going to bring up. The first trope is the requiring to have a kid in a film that is a film for kids, because there was always that idea that there must be a kid in it, otherwise kids won't.
We won't watch it.
We won't like it because we have a kid. But we talked about this when we were watching it. I don't think I ever remember as a kid thinking the kid in something was the cool bit. Like in Transformers, there's a dad and a kid in the animated
Kid's
show.
called Sam.
Was he?
Yeah, kid's called Sam.
What was the dad called?
I can't remember. Dad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would have been impressive. But though I like that bit was shit. I never remember thinking like, oh yeah, I love the bits with the dad and the kid in.
And no one's ever like, you know who I want to be? Robin. He's my favourite. You want to be Batman? You want to be Superman?
Yeah.
You want to be getting onto it? After the skydiving rollerblade, they find a big egg. And what's inside the egg, James? A paedophile.
Yeah, Ivan Ooze. I mean, quite an odd choice, or not odd, but it's a choice that you would never make nowadays. Was they don't have Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa. She was in Demi Bourgeois, wasn't she? In that song.
Cut to the lady from
she
Demi
did.
Bourgeois.
In that she really sounds like Rita
sounds
Repulsa
exactly
in
like
that
her,
song.
and it's brilliant.
Get out of my way, monkey face!
And also, she's only on one song. So I'll get her on more songs. That's an amazing.
She's great. It's really
Rita
good.
Repulsa-like voice.
It's a good album, that one.
And they just bin them off straight away.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, like that's if somebody was making the nostalgia, I think they did make a poorly received
2017,
not that long ago. But it's a decision nowadays. You would never go. Because they have to be a nostalgia. We have to because we were talking about the Street Fighter film that's coming out. You have to have M. Bison as the bad guy. You couldn't possibly think of anything else. So I was quite surprised in this that they went. I mean, he puts them. So it's Ivan Ooze. This guy,
Ivan Ooze,
and he puts Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa in a snow globe.
Yes,
that's them done.
Yeah, and they're just not in the
Once
film.
again, to use wrestling terminology, I think they just didn't want to do the job. They were like, they didn't want to lose, so they were like, just write us out of this one.
Just
we're not jobbing for the Power Rangers. But he, as you rightly said. One of the first things he says in the film is, I can smell teenagers.
I
smell teenagers.
Smells like teenagers.
He plays a creepy little flute, and he gets everyone to buy his ooze.
Yes,
so I do think he was a nonce.
He's got ooze, and he's got a very. There's one bit where he's dressed as like a wizard.
Oh yeah, that's quite nonce.
He looks a little bit Jimmy Savile. He's got Jimmy Savile vibes all throughout, hasn't he?
A little bit.
And on the word Jimmy Savile vibes, we've got to take another short break, James. Right, join us after the break for another little talk about, you guessed it, Power Rangers the movie. And we are back. So the king of the nonces, he's come out of his big purple egg.
Yeah, they find an egg. Yeah, I think Lord Zed and Rita, they release him, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So then they go and wreck, Ivan Ooze goes and wrecks the bait. What's the Power Rangers base?
Oh, the Power Rangers base,
Center?
The command center. Once again, it's not very secret, the command center. It's in the desert, but it's a giant building.
Yeah, like really obviously not hidden. It's not the Batcave, is it?
No,
it's just
I think it's a bit of a fuck up that you'd obviously be able to see that so clearly.
Yeah, it needs to be hard to find.
It needs to be hidden away or under a mountain or something, but it's not. It's just on the side. And he wrecks it up. And what do we learn when he wrecks it up?
Well, yeah, I was really disgusted, really, to find out that Zordon was just a guy. It's kind of disgusting. He's just a guy in a tube.
Yeah.
I don't know, is he sort of some kind of like Burns fit? Or he's in an iron lung of some kind, isn't he?
He looks like a pickled egg to me when they get him. He's like a pickled egg in a little
he's
cape.
Like a gross Anakin Skywalker kind of.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
So they wreck that. They lose their powers.
Terrible.
I think before that they do have a fight with the Ooze Men.
Oh, the Ooze Men, which we did notice because it is of the time, do have dreadlocks.
Yeah,
a bit of a callback there.
It's a callback to Baywatch Night's Voodoo episode. Definitely a mid-90s obsession with dreadlocked predator voodoo villains. Yeah. So they all have their kind of oozy dreadlock men.
Yeah, they're like gooey. They're like gooey Rastafarians.
They have a very flippy fight, which is fine. But the most amazing part to finish, I think it's they squash all the last ones under a pallet of bricks or something. But the White Power Ranger throws out his throws his sword, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Which
and you think it's the blade is going to cut the string.
For ages, it flies round and round, and you're like, well, yeah, obviously it's going to cut the string, and then it just stops and fires a little laser.
So it's got a little face on the hilt, and a little laser comes out of the eye to burn the trap. And it's kind of hilarious.
That was one of my two favourite bits with how the film ends, which is one of the best film endings I think we've watched. Right up there with. It's made me think of Dracula 3000, the film Dracula 3000, where Dracula gets his hand cut off in a door at the end and then goes, ah! And that's the end of the film. It's one of our cherished movie night memories.
It's a massive classic.
Probably doesn't live up to my memory at all.
What did you think of the fighting in this movie, though?
Yeah, good. Loads of excessive flipping, but really nicely choreographed. And it was this whole film was just fun to watch.
Yeah.
It didn't drag on.
And also the design of the monsters and the real life stuff they've built for
the
it.
Costumes
really
look
great.
The costumes look cool. There's the weird pig guy with the monocle.
What's he all about? Where did he come from?
Yeah, was he in Power Rangers?
I don't think so.
Because I remember
just did that.
The weird monkey guy with the wings.
Goldar.
Was he called? God, you're all over this today,
I know it.
So I kind of remember him, but I didn't remember the pig guy with the monocle.
So that's, I think, because he's just in the movie.
And there's a bit where they fight. There's a load of bird people called his Tengu Warriors.
My Tengu Warriors!
They're back! My Tengu!
Yeah, which is a real thing, apparently,
real demon,
from Shinto religion or something we looked up. But yeah, there's a bit, they all get beaten and he executes them. But I have to find. I need to find the little clip. I'm sure
it's when they come
my
back.
Tengu.
Yes, because he sounds sad that they've not won the fight. Oh, my Tengu. Oh, my poor Tengu.
So anyway, they beat the ooze men, whatever. But they lose their powers because the command center has been wrecked.
And there's a pickled egg in the middle, and they go. He says you got to go to another planet.
Zordon doesn't have long to live for some reason. I don't know. Who cares?
He's not in his tube.
So they go to another. I mean, how do they get there if they've lost their powers? They don't really address.
I think the really annoying little robot sends them there, doesn't he? He's got a tiny bit of power left for the teleporters out. He's awful.
Yeah, I hate
he's got to fuck off.
He's like you correctly said, like Orko. There was a trend for having really annoying characters in stuff.
Snarf,
Slimer. Slimer's okay.
You like Slimer?
Scrappy Doo.
What's Slimer's real name? Because he's not called Slimer in the film. Do you know?
Really?
He has a different name.
Like
so Slimer, he became Slimer when they made the cartoon.
Does he have a man's name?
No, he doesn't have a man's name. He has a different descriptive name. So in the movies, he's not called Slimer. In the movies, he is called Onion Head. Which is really weird.
They never call him Slimer in the film.
No, but he slimed him. So when they made the cartoon...
Yeah, it's much better as Slimer.
Onion Head's not a good name. So they called him Slimer, made him a bit cuter. Yeah, made him a character.
Good fact.
Yeah, it's a Ghostbusters fact, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm full of them.
So they go to this random planet. They fight the Tengu warriors, and they meet a woman. She's there, and once again, I'd like you to explain one of the key problems with this film. So she gives them their new powers.
New powers.
They get. I wrote down. They've got rubbish animals. One of the guy gets to be a frog, and he's actively and his character's annoyed in the film.
Yes,
that
he's a frog. Yeah,
and the actor was also annoyed and thought it was shit.
Yeah.
So it's bear, wolf, crane, falcon, and frog.
I think there's 30 animals before you go frog for that last spot.
Yeah, there's so many cool. I mean, wolf's cool. Bear's
Wolf is very cool.
Crane.
Crane's a bit lame.
Ninja thing.
I suppose ninja thing.
Because they have like ninja costumes for some reason.
Even
don't
if
they?
you're going to do a bug or a lizard, do like a praying mantis or something. Do
Praying
something
mantis
a little
is
bit
cool.
more interesting.
That's cool. Yeah.
Frog, lame.
Frog is rubbish. Yeah.
So they meet this sexy lady.
Yes, she's hot. She looks like the woman from Rat Castle, the
Castle
band.
Rat.
Castle Rat. I can never remember.
Get it right way round.
Yeah.
And she's living on a planet all
You
on
can
her
see
own.
how much I like that band.
Yeah.
It isn't just based on how hot the woman is. I can't even remember the
Very
name of it.
good-looking singer.
She is really good looking. Yeah.
She seems to be based entirely on this character.
She does, because she looks exactly the same. So yeah, she does the normal spiel of you have to look inside yourself,
Deep inside
for your
yourself,
power,
yeah.
blah 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 blah. But as you correctly said, there's not really like they lose their powers, but you identified there's not really a moment of turmoil where they have to rebuild. There's normally that hitting rock bottom section of a film, isn't there?
Yeah. The moment of self-doubt where the heroes regroup and figure out they can do it. They don't do that in this movie at all because there's no time.
Which actually is fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of exposition in this, and I'm like, that's fine. Just tell me what's happening, and let's
Just
get
have a
on
hot
with it.
lady with a big pole come down and go like...
That's a lot of people are into that nowadays. There's a whole category for it.
and just say like, hey, you need to get your powers back. You need to go to this mountain.
You got your powers. You can go straight back and sort this
Yeah, and
mess
you can
out.
get
now.
this sorted
which
out.
is fine. But yeah, it would you brought this up. It would have been a much better story. Well, you explain about how the little kid who kind of sort of.
Fred Savage.
Yeah, he brings the plot together at the end, but how you would have had him fit in better so that.
Well, I think he needs to be a little brother of one of the.
He should have
Power
been. He should have been
Rangers.
Tommy's little brother.
And then you have a reason why this kid is there and why we abandon the fun fighting and the being on another planet to look at what Fred Savage is doing.
yeah, and there could have been an arc in which they're like not getting on as brothers in like some basic facile way, but by the end they're really close because they've had to work together and it's a nice family thing. And then the two brothers and the dad are all happy in the end.
Yeah.
And that would have been just like a really simple way to pull the film together, but
Yeah,
there
'cause
wasn't
this
any
is
time.
No
Yeah.
growth, no
No one
nothing.
has a character arc. It's that there's sort of like a romance between the White Ranger and the Pink Ranger, but it's a very sexless film, so they kind of don't even kiss, and it's a bit like
It's got that kind of Bill and Ted not gays sort of thing.
yeah. That's true, but especially back in those days, it had to be like, look, this guy isn't gay.
Yeah, because look, he likes
Yeah.
this girl.
We just like
we haven't got time to write a romantic subplot.
There's no
but
time
he's
for this, but
girl.
he's not gay.
Yeah, because he's hanging around with a load of dudes in tight kind of outfits.
Despite
Even though he does that all the time.
Yeah.
Because the princesses are only in Bill and Ted because in the first script they said they need love interests because people are going to think they're like a couple of gay stoners.
literally for that reason.
And they were called not gays. Genuinely, they would say we need to put some not gays in this.
What do people think of two guys who live together and drive a Toyota? Gay.
When I see one of basketball's hottest stars with less than $20 in his pocket, driving an American car and sharing a small house with two other guys, you know what that says to me?
Homos?
Any chance for some sort of basketball reference?
Yeah, of course. They just go back to Earth after that, don't they? They get their powers back, they just fly straight back.
Yes, and then maybe we can have a break and talk about the climactic scenes.
Oh, yes, it's very exciting. Okay, we're going to take a tiny break. We'll be right back. LAFS.org.uk. Give us some money, crazy people. And we're back. So the Power Rangers have returned to Earth. They've got their new powers. Their suits look pretty similar to before.
It's the same. They've got probably slightly worse animals now as their animals. So they're ready for the climactic final battle. Ivan Ooze's big plan has been, while the Power Rangers have been away, is to make and give away ooze that hypnotizes all the all the adults, including the dad of the kid who's in this, to make his really terrible looking CGI monsters.
He's got to build two big robots.
It's a strange plan, yeah.
It's a very strange plan. And also, Ivan Ooze, before this, he doesn't meet the Power Rangers, does he? He just sends his side guys to fight them. I think...
No, he never directly interacts with them until the end, does he?
His whole plan has been happening kind of as if they're not there.
That's true, because they've been gone for most of it. I was talking to you and that I've been watching a lot of the James Bond films with or all of the James Bond films with your brother and with you occasionally. And in a lot of them as well, James Bond doesn't meet the bad guy for most of the film, and it's like, who are you?
Yeah, it's just like, oh.
And I think that's very similar with Ivan Ooze, is that they turn up at the end and he's like, who are you?
Yeah, what's going on here? Why are you fighting me? But he is doing that. He's making those two giant robots basically because it's Power Rangers and you have to have giant robots.
Yes, you have to have, well, because of how the footage was from the original Japanese show, it would be always a Godzilla style two guys fighting in suits, knocking over a miniature city.
So and
that's like how every episode went in Power Rangers. So you're obviously forced to do it in the movie.
Now, I've got to be honest, the only thing I really liked about Power Rangers as a kid, being a Godzilla fan, is that final fight. That's the most exciting bit. I always wondered, why didn't they just get in the big robots from beginning and just squish the baddie when he's little? It would make sense, but it would ruin the episode.
Yeah, it's the same.
But those big fights, that is the cool thing about Power Rangers.
That was the bit you were looking forward to in the episode, really, wasn't it?
And I've got to say, in this movie, they completely shit the bed on that bit.
They ruin it by having two of the worst-looking CGI things, which is... It's even more annoying because actually the costumes in this are really good.
Yeah.
Like Ivan Ooze looks cool. All the like the Ooze men, Ivan Ooze and the Ooze men. I mean, that should be a band, shouldn't it?
It's a ska band, though, James,
God.
unfortunately.
It's another ska band. You said that about
Ooze and the Ska Men.
What was in the Baitwatch Nights episode you came up with?
Oh, yeah, Papa Duck Keys, that's a ska band.
Yeah, Papa Duck.
We'll do a night of ska. We'll have Papa Duck supported by Ivan and the Ooze Men.
But yeah, they're two of the worst looking CGI things in anything, I think. Because they were all meant to look metal and shiny. It just looks fucking awful, didn't it?
Awful PS1 level graphics. The Power Rangers finally get in their big Megazords, and they, if anything, look worse. They look so clunky.
Yeah, they look worse than they did in the TV show.
Anything, because it's just CG, but it's in that early days of CG when you can't get the scope, you can't get the size, you can't get anything right about it. It looked
horrible.
Awkward. There's no shadow on it, so it looks like it's just been plonked on there. And I think anything would have been better than that. And I just think this would be right up there as one of the greatest kids' movies if they could have just put two men in big robot suits.
Exactly. Yeah, because otherwise this was fine up until this point. It would have been improved with your little having a character arc like you suggested. But otherwise, this is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Ivan Ooze has been hypnotising all of the parents. And that also made us talk about how the weird thing in films a lot, all the time, is this idea it's bad to go to work. Like, it was hinting at, in any romantic comedy or in a lot of those kind of Netflix Christmas, the woman will be a business executive and her husband is a dick because he goes to work all the time, and she'll go back to her hometown and meet like an idiot who doesn't go to work.
Just does woodworking
he's
and
much
stuff
nicer
all day.
And it's an odd idea to be that it was pushed in films a lot. That it's like
really common, especially like the dad who works too much, and that's a bad thing.
You're bad because you go to work.
Yeah, you're bad because you earn the money, so we have a house to live in.
Yeah,
fuck you, Dad.
Strange, isn't it?
So yeah, it's very much that. Like they're all hypnotised to build the big robots for Ivan Ooze.
So
laughing and joking and mucking about the whole time, isn't he?
Yeah. So the kid ends up. Oh, he goes to that was another thing you said. He goes to the kids are all having a big kid party because the adults aren't around. That's the thing that's in films a lot.
The kid party where the adults aren't there is a huge thing in 90s movies, and it's most noticeable in that first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah.
The Foot Clan lair is that. Obviously, Hook has vibes of that.
Examples,
and then weirdly, I thought of another one. Zoolander has it, but they're all adults. It's exactly the same thing when they go to Hansel's place. It's exactly like one of these kid hangouts in one of these movies. It was such a weird trope, but it's all adults in that one, and they all have sex, which doesn't happen
no
in the other one. But yeah, he tells all the parents, doesn't he, because they're under mind control. Right, you got to go walk off a cliff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Much like Ivan Ooze is like a modern day computer game studio head, where once they've finished the project, he's like, "Okay, everyone working on the game has to go and walk off a cliff now. You're all fired.
Great work on making us $1 bajillion. Get the fuck out of here and never darken my door again. You're all fired, and guess what? Everyone else who makes games is also fired, so there's no job for you. Get out."
Yeah.
So he does that. He says, "Walk off a cliff."
Yeah, so all the parents are going to walk off a cliff. So the main little kid has to get the other kids, Fred Savage, to try and help stop this. And they all get on the monorail for some reason. They get on the monorail. Now, what I loved about this is they talk about the monorail in great depth. It's very important to the town that they live in. The monorail's a big deal. Yeah, this is like George Lucas talking about Jar Jar Binks in the prequels, where he's like, the monorail's key to this whole story. The monorail holds the whole story together.
Jar Jar is a key to all this. If we get Jar Jar working, because he's a funnier character than we've ever had in any of the movies.
So they talk about the monorail, then we see the monorail, then we're on the monorail, but oh no, when the robots are fighting, he's smashed into the monorail, he's broken it up.
But the Falcon just flies in and
fixes it.
It's like a nothing thing.
Yeah, but I feel like big monorails had a little big monorail.
Yeah.
You know, like in The Simpsons, they got that guy, he's built a monorail there. And they're like, we've got to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, big monorail, super into it. The fight in that bit, I turned off a little bit, because up till that point, I've been well into this movie.
Yeah, the crappy CGI just totally ruined the last fight in the city. They don't even really knock any buildings over, probably because it's CGI.
It cost too much.
Well, it's CGI in a real
location,
environment, so they were never going to blow up buildings where they
No, because you didn't have the technology, I suppose.
And they didn't have a good enough technology to have the city be CGI as well.
Yeah, so they just kind of flail around a bit, don't they?
And it looks
really
awful.
bad.
Yeah, so the last bit's really terrible. But
they totally redeemed themselves
with the best ending to a film ever. So, the Falcon saves the monorail. Whatever. The normal Power Rangers thing is like, oh, we're all robots. We can't beat them. He takes some kind of growing juice to become.
Of course, he does.
Ivan Ooze combines himself with
one of the robots.
With one of the robots and becomes a giant robot Ivan Ooze. At which point, obviously, they have to join together to become the Megazord.
Yeah.
Why do they go? They go into space. I don't know why.
They fly into space. Exactly. I don't know why. It's because it's easy to animate CG on a black background.
I think I was also zoning out at that point a little bit. Anyway, they fly into space, at which point the Megazord knees Ivan Ooze in the nuts, and then he's hit by a comet, and that's the end. You know, in the best. Totally redeems the whole film.
Yeah.
And because I'm a moron, I was like, what the fuck? Until you said, oh yeah, don't you remember they set the comet up at the start? Like, no? What are you talking about?
They had Chekhov's comet, the comet's coming. I mean, I just cannot understand.
It's great. He's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, a comet!
Full on knee in
I've
the
been hit by a comet!
Straight into the comet. He explodes. They go, how do they celebrate James once they've killed him?
They have a lobster dinner and Van Halen plays. So all in all, it's the perfect end to a film.
I mean, kneeing a giant robot in the balls into a comet and then eating a load of crab legs. I mean, is there any other
crab dinner?
Any better way to end a movie?
Yeah, and that's another point at which who are these people in the story? Because the kid and the dad come up and are like, "Hey," at the end, but they don't. There's no reason why they should know
really
each other.
Interacted with them,
and it's why it would have worked 1,000,000% better if the kid was Tommy's little brother, because then they could have reunited for a lobster dinner at the end.
Could have all had a lobster dinner and listened to Van Halen. You pointed out my brother's a big fan of the lobster dinner.
I didn't know whether I was going to bring that up. I saw him yesterday and I was like, do you think the lobster dinner is a Pavlovian, your love of the lobster dinner is a Pavlovian reaction because of you were trained to love it by Power Rangers as a little kid. So he watched the lobster dinner over and over again on video as a child.
I only know I've won if I've got a big lobster dinner.
Nowadays, he goes into the toy shop to buy something and he sees a Power Ranger toy and he's like,
I'd
love a lobster dinner.
So, final thoughts on this. What do you reckon?
I mean, this isn't even close to the worst thing we've watched. I totally enjoyed it. Would have benefited from your slight story change, but, you know, what can you expect from the Power Rangers movie? But other than that, didn't outstay his welcome. Costume's really great. CGI fight was bollocks. But other than that, really good.
It's just a fun time, isn't it? If we're just going to put a little hat on it, it's just a fun action adventure. Fighting's interesting. The acting is lame, but not like difficult.
There's a reason why none of them went on to be stars outside of Power Rangers, but they're all perfectly fine for Power Rangers. It's good.
Cromulent.
It was cromulent.
I think the soundtrack is the real winner when it comes to why this movie is good. Devo's on it.
Devo was in it. Yeah, actually, yeah, you looked, because you were straight away, you were like, that's Devo.
My Devo sense is
you were right.
I was right. I could spot a Devo song from millions of miles away. Even Devo song that was purposefully written for the Power Rangers movie.
Was that written for the film?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is not on any album.
Wow.
That's like a B-side that they've put in that movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because, you know, Devo, a parody of Devo is one of your favourite songs as well.
Which one?
Dare to be Stupid.
Oh, but that is a Weird Al Yankovic song.
Yes, but it was written as a Devo song. So when he did the parodies, he did the parodies where he didn't parody a song but a style.
Yeah.
Dare to be Stupid is him doing
it's a
Devo.
thing. Yeah, it makes
and when
a lot
he
of
plays it live, he wears the power hat and the yellow suit and everything. It's very cool.
Well, and that's an all-time soundtrack. The Transformers. I listen to it to this day.
The singer of Devo was once interviewed, and they asked him, "What is your favourite Devo song?" And he said, "Dare to be Stupid" by Weird Al.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
He genuinely really likes it.
That's very generous of him.
Yeah, because he thinks he kind of captured the spirit of the thing really well.
That's cool.
He got it down to a fine art. Right. So yeah, what are we giving it? A 6 out of 10? 7 out of 10?
I think it's like, I mean. Yeah, in terms of like the things we watch that are crap, this is a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
like
this
totally enjoyable.
A solid, fun time.
Yeah,
I reckon that this is a bit of an all ages delight as well. I think if you're a really tiny kid, you're going to like this.
I think you could still enjoy this now as a kid. It's like it gets on with it. It's not boring.
And as an adult, you can enjoy it because it's a bit kitschy and weird.
Yeah.
So
there's not much to it, but
no.
As a 40-year-old man that plays with toys still, there's a lot to enjoy.
So yeah, I think the first thing we've watched that we've actually quite enjoyed maybe for this. Other than Baywatch Nights, we did.
I love Baywatch Nights. Yeah.
We like Baywatch Nights.
No, it's been 50% hit rate so far.
50%. I think we're at 50% good to bad.
Yeah.
And we're putting this firmly in the good category. I think.
Yeah. All's fair, horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Baywatch Nights, love it.
Yeah.
Apart from the odd episode. Starfleet Academy, worst thing we've ever
worst
watched.
thing ever
I
made.
hate it.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, considering we watched this and then Starfleet Academy, this seemed like a total pleasure compared to that. I haven't hated anything more than Starfleet Academy.
No, I don't think I have either. Rollergator.
Right, but we turned Rollergator off.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll have to revisit and see if we can watch the whole thing.
And on the mention of the wonderful movie Rollergator, we are going to have to finish. Thanks for spending your evening with the Wilde Rhodes Boys. We hope you've enjoyed it. We're like cowboys.
Yeah, we are.
Them
Modern
Wilde
day
Rhodes
cowboys.
Maybe next time, cowboy hats.
Rustling some shows for you.
Rustling up some bad TV. It's them Wilde Rhodes Boys riding into town.
Rhodes Boys.
Trying to make me watch Baywatch Nights.
Some prohibited shows. We're getting them over the county lines for you. And moonshine. We've cooked up some moonshine.
I got a truck full of Queen of Swords back here. Let me through. And it's Quentin Tarantino's trying to track us down.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Right, and on that note, thank you very much for watching Samvis and Jameshead. I've been Sam Rhodes. Who have you been?
James Wilde.
Oh, you nearly forgot.
I'm not sure if I've announced my whole name on this before.
Okay.
But there it is. We doxed ourselves further.
We've doxed ourselves now. Everyone's going to know.
You have to bleep out where I went to school, I think, just in case. Bleep out that and your brother's name.
Do you think some real fans of Starfleet Academy are coming to get you?
We don't have any fans. I just don't want to dox myself still. Just you never know.
All right. Thank you very much. Good night.